walk you through the 435 combination exam and license application. This is our most recommended way to file for the state exam, as it will save you time long term and get all the stress and everything out of the way on the first go. So I do have the form 435 open on my screen right now. And first thing you're going to see is the mailing address. This is the address you're going to want to mail this entire application to. Make sure there is no signature required. Since it is a PO box, you cannot require a signature and it might get sent back to you. So that's step one, is your mailing address, as you can see me highlight right here. The next is this area right here that you see me highlight. This whole thing is what's required for you to send out. So this is basically your checklist to make sure you have everything before you even put it in an envelope. So here's our first page of the application for RE435. First thing you're going to want to check off is application is for, check on that C box. The very first one, you're going to check that. Do not do this one, just C. So moving forward from questions 1 to about 12B, that's all personal information. When you do apply on this, you do have to follow your ID or your driver's license, as that's what they're going to be looking at. So if you have a middle name or initial, please include that throughout the entire application so you do not get denied. So I'm going to skip all the way to 13. Most of you have not ever applied for your California real estate license. So most of you are going to put no, and that's perfectly fine. So if you do put no, as most of you should, the rest of 13 should be left blank. This is not in regards to your driver's license or anything. This is in regards to a California salesperson agent license, which you do not have most likely. So after we skip pretty much the rest of 13, we're going to go to 14. All you have to do in this section is put yes. You do not have to fill in the rest of these. They are basically, with just a yes, going to send you an email saying, hey, so-and-so, your application has been approved. Use this link to schedule out an exam. That way, you do not get pushed into a date. They do not schedule a date for you. You have that full flexibility by just pressing yes. You are, however, if you'd like to put a location, you definitely can do so. That is completely up to you. If you are willing to drive out, you might get more chances to a date, but that is completely personal preference. So going on to page 2 of the 435 application, you do need to put your full legal name here. Like I said, follow your ID or driver's license. Question 18, if you got married in the last year or so, your name has changed, period. It doesn't matter the time frame. If your name has changed within your lifetime, you are going to put the name you initially went through. If your name has never changed, just select no and go to 19. So for most of you and most brokerages throughout California, they will not sign you as an agent until you have completed your exam. This is about 90 to 95% of you watching this video are not going to have a broker, and that is perfectly fine. There's no issue to that. So with that percent, 90 to 95% of you who do not have a brokerage, you're just going to select no, leave the rest of this blank. So up to 26, this is all blank. You are not signing none of this. This is all for the broker to fill out if you have one. If you are having a broker sign off on this form, obviously you are going to click yes, but it must be the broker of record. I'll say that again. Broker of record that must fill out this application portion. If anyone else does within the brokerage, you can have the possibility of denial. So continuing personal background, always disclose is better to hide. If they find something that you did not disclose, there is a chance of denial. A lot of this, most of you will not have issues with. Most of you will place no, leave this area blank. Skip to page 3. Again, full name, include your middle name, must follow the ID or driver's license, signature, date it. So that is for form 435, license and exam combination. All right, we will now be going over form 400, which is if you're applying for your exam only. Now, I did say in the beginning portion of this video that we do recommend filing for your exam and license combination, but if you cannot come up with the funds to pay for that full amount, we completely understand. And this is the option for you if you are only applying for your exam only. So if you are doing exam only, you are doing form RE 400, which questions 1 through 8 are personal that you can fill out. Remember, during this entire process, you are using your full legal name. Copy what is on your ID or driver's license. If your name is Kim L. Castillo, you must put that L throughout this application. If it's Kim Lauren Castillo, Lauren must be throughout this entire application. Do not use nicknames. Do not use names that you prefer to go by. This has to be legal documentation. If not, you will be denied. So continuing, you did 1 through 8. Question 9. Have you ever applied for your California real estate license? 99% of you are going to put no. This is the first time you're applying for that exam, and you are going to put no on that. If you have, obviously follow the directions on that, but most of you are going to be no, and you're going to skip all the way to 11. This area, we always recommend just clicking yes, leaving the rest of this blank. That way, once you are approved, the DRE will email you a link to schedule your date, time, and location. That gives you the full flexibility in terms of when you want to take the exam and be fully prepared for the date you choose. So remember, 1 through 8 is personal information. 9 is 99% of you will put no. You've never applied for your real estate license or exam. If you did yes on 9, please follow the rest of the instructions as it's informed. The rest of you that have put no on number 9, you're skipping all the way to 11. We always recommend put yes. There's no need to put a location, time, or preference, as you will get that option once you've been approved. Don't forget to add your signature at the bottom of this document, date it, and that is form 400. All right, this part of the video is for those of you who are applying for the RE 435 license and exam combination. If you are only applying for your exam currently and will be applying for your license later, this will come into effect once you are applying for your license. But if you are only applying for your exam currently, you do not have to worry about this. This is for those students that are applying for their license in combination to their exam. So for those of you that are in that group, you do have to complete a live scan. A live scan is a background check that everyone must do to officially get their license. You cannot avoid this process. And in this process, each live scan you do must be done for a specific cause. So let's say, for example, Nurse Kelly just did her live scan for something in terms of nursing. That live scan does not correspond to her real estate license. So she will have to do a separate live scan for this specific exam and license form. So with that being said, you do need to print out 3 copies of this. 2 copies do suffice, but 3 copies is the goal. And as you can see at the bottom, the original copy, as you can see me highlighting, original copy, the live scan operator will be keeping on their own for their records, which you will have to complete part 2 on all 3 of these forms. It is personal information, so you guys can fill out part 2. We always recommend filling out part 2 with the live scan associate present in case you have any questions on what you're filling out, and they can assist you in that guidance. So original copy does stay with the live scan operator. The second copy, which again, you're going to have part 2 filled out, the live scan operator will fill out part 3 and 4 for you, which then this form will go into your application envelope. The third copy is for your personal record. So you do not technically need that third copy. You can always take a picture with your phone and keep it for your records, but you 110% need 2 copies of this. And they are going to be identical. All areas will be filled out. So this is RE237, and this goes in combination with your 435 form if you are filing for your license. If you are not filing for your license, you do not need to do this form currently. You will later. But that is it. Part 2 is all personal information. Remember, use your full legal name at all times throughout this application. Part 3 and 4 are for the live scan associate to complete on their own. All right, so now we are on to Form 909. This is for payment, credit card or debit card payment. This goes for everyone, no matter if you're doing exam and license combination or if you're just doing exam only, you are able to use this form to place your payment in regards to whatever application you are doing. So a lot of this is personal information in regards to your credit card, method of payment, put whatever the credit card or debit card is, input your card number, expiration. In terms of amount authorized, this is where it might vary. For those of you who are doing the exam and license combo RE435, this amount authorized will be $305. $60 for your exam, $245 for your license fee. So that's for 435, RE435. Your amount is going to be 305, 305. For those of you completing RE400 only, this amount authorized is $60. The rest of the fees will come later once you have passed the exam. So, card name holder, if your name is Kim L. Castillo, but your credit card does not have the L, just put what's on the credit card. Under applicant name, that's where you're putting that full legal name like you did everywhere else. If you have that L, if you have Lauren as your middle name, input that where it says applicant license name, which most will differ. Not everyone has their middle name on their credit card, which is perfectly fine. So moving on, purpose of transaction. For those of you doing the exam and license combination 435, you are going to be clicking this. Actually, all of you are clicking this. Even if you are doing exam only, click this first box. Also click this second box, original license. So this goes for everyone. These two boxes should be selected for everyone watching this video. After this box, these two boxes are completed, select salesperson license. Do not select anything else, and then input your signature, printed name, mailing address, date, and phone number. You do not complete this area. You do not complete these little areas as well. That is Form 909 for credit card or debit card payment. If you do not choose to use credit card or debit card, you can do money order as well and read into the instructions on how to do that.